Hi and welcome to Birds of Bottle.
We've got to think about wine.
And we want you to have a think about wine too.
And this week we're looking at wines to go with English cheeses.
And boy do we love cheese.
We do.
Yeah, so it's a double whammy for us because we get to taste cheese and wine together.
Yeah, and although there's been this sort of buy British thing for ages, hasn't there? Actually, we buy these native cheeses because they taste terribly good.
Yeah. And there's very much a move, isn't there, to buy all food with provenance now.
Yes, yeah, completely.
Yeah, I mean, we're at a time, isn't it, where a vacuum-packed mild cheddar really isn't going to excite anyone.
No, everyone's become more food savvy and more food enthusiastic.
Yeah. Now, when we chose these wines, without realising it, we've chosen them all to be French to go with English cheeses. Yeah. Does that say something?
I think it might do. But importantly, let's get on with the tasting.
For our first wine, we have this finest Pouilly-Fumé 2012, which is available from Tesco at £11.99.
And this is Sauvignon from the Loire, and which is acidic. So we've chosen Wensleydale, which is also an acidic cheese.
Yeah, but these acidic wines are going to go with, well, other white, crumbly, acidic cheeses. Yeah. Things like Caerphilly, Lancashire, Cheshire, yeah. Cornish Yog.
Yeah, exactly.
And also Sauvignon and goat's cheese is a perfect match, isn't it? It's
famous, yeah. It smells beautiful. We love this wine.
Oh, the nose is absolutely delightful on it, isn't it?
It is tart. It's quite grapefruity. It's long and sharp. I keep saying sharp.
It is. There's a lovely sort of, I'm going to use this poncy word, mineral note in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a load of freshness there, nice and mouth-watering, sending my gums a quiver, which is always a sign that you've got good acidity, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so therefore perfectly setting itself up to go with this Wensleydale. Oh, can't wait for this.
And this Wensleydale's from Hawes.
Got that acidity in your mouth again, haven't you?
Mm. It's really tart, and it's beautifully tart, isn't it?
Oh, that slips really well together, doesn't it?
You need to be thinking about this when you're doing a cheese board.
Yeah. Why? Why is it people put dry, tannic red wine with all cheeses like it's a kind of grass-full match? It's just so not. You wouldn't. If you taste something like this together, you would not do that, would you?
No, it absolutely works together.
Yeah.
Now, I went to the farmer's market, to a little caravan there, to get the cheeses for this. They're so knowledgeable. They really know their stuff. They've got extraordinary cheeses. But I also came home with some organic salsify and some golden beetroot.
That happens, doesn't it?
It does.
Farmers' markets are dangerous places.
Yeah.
You go to buy one piece of cheese and you come back with an empty wallet and a Hessian bag that you've had to buy because you didn't go with one, full of goodies.
Yeah, and somehow, although they're expensive, you don't mind because the things are so delicious.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if this is only me, but whenever I think a farmer's market, I just have this vision in my head of a great group of farmers waiting to be taken home by somebody, you know, craggy and attractive and single.
Yeah, no, it's only you, Sandra.
Yeah, but I have to say, if that was the case, I'd have a load of my single friends down there every week.
Yeah. So our first red is the Henri Fessy Coteau Bourguignon 2011 vintage, which is £8.99 from M&S.
Yeah, now this is a relatively new appellation, and it sort of takes in the whole of Burgundy where any of the Burgundian grapes would be grown.
Yeah.
But this one's 100% Gamay, which is, you may know, the Beaujolais grape, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And
we're
going to taste
lovely
smells beautiful. We're tasting the Somerset Brie because the sort of creamy but not stinky cheeses are hideous with tannin.
Yeah.
And this is very low tannin grape.
Yeah, and this won't have any oak in it, will it?
No, no.
lovely cherry
Yeah,
nose,
it is
isn't
a
it?
nice cherry.
Yeah, which is a real characteristic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming from Gamay and
And
Burgundy.
it's light
But-
in the mouth. It's got lovely acidity, but there's no tannin, and that's exactly what you want with these cheesy. Help yourself, because I can't really pass without.
Soft and smooth.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's a real gunk. Oh, look at that. Look how gunky that is.
Now, I almost never buy Somerset Brie because I'm a bit of a snob. But actually, we tasted a bit of this earlier. It's lovely. It's really creamy, gorgeous.
It's been
and
hard
creamy.
for us, all this tasting.
Yeah.
Lovely cheese.
Mm.
Now that actually brings out the readiness in that fruit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not readiness as in it's ready, but R-E-D,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But
really.
But it's also it's because it hasn't got the tannin. It's a very smooth match.
Now this is not just going to be good with this specific cheese. It's also going to be good with ones like it, like camembert types, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
What it's not going to work with is something like those really stinky French cheeses or something like our homegrown stinking bishop. There we would put something white and something sweet, wouldn't we?
Yeah. I mean, we love those stinky, oozing French cheeses, but actually you've got to be careful about putting them in the fridge because you can get everything smelling of feet.
Yeah. And even on the bus home, who wants to be sitting next to a stinking bishop?
Not me. Our second red is the Chateau Gazin Canon Fronsac 2011, which is £11.49 in Waitrose.
Now, claret is the typical wine that people put with cheese, don't
Yeah.
they? But really, really, guys, it only works for cheddar types.
It does.
So, which is why we're putting it with a cheddar.
And I've chosen the Godminster cheddar. I can hardly think about this. This wine is beautiful. I've chosen Godminster cheddar because it's my favourite.
Oh, the nose is so absolutely...
It's spicy, isn't it?
It is. I mean, this is Bordeaux. This is Bordeaux.
But it's right bank, so it's Saint-Emilion, so it's Merlot-led rather than Cabernet-led. So you're getting a fatter, rounder, sort of richer, less austere and tannic type.
Well, on the nose, it's divine.
Lovely. You're getting all that structure. We ought to try some cheese. Let me
I've loved this wine for years. And today, it's absolutely brilliant. Spicy, fruity. I'm going to try the cheese.
Creamy. Now Sandra likes a cheddar with some sort of crunchy saltiness in it. I like a creamy cheddar. Very good. It smooths out the tannin.
It does. It makes the wine more peppery. Are you getting that?
I'm not sure. I'll
You're
have to
not?
have another taste. Yeah.
Little peppery note coming out in the wine that you're not getting before the but together again. You see, you're not putting things that are hitting each other. You're putting things that are more than
They're running on the same
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of.
That's what's important. Oh, delicious.
Now, I love this. It's got this sort of maroon rind on it.
Yeah.
And they also sell it at the farmer's market and probably online as well in little waxy rounds or waxy hearts, maroon hearts for Valentine's Day.
Now, I just want to say here that when we say cheddar types, we don't just mean cheddar. Cheeses of those groups like Red Leicester and Double Gloucester,
Sort of
kind
hardish,
yeah,
hardish
that would go
cheeses.
as well, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Now, I get a lot of my cheese from Waitrose because what I like about them is they have a policy, a bit like farmers markets, to sell local cheeses.
Oh yeah, and they also have local English wines from local vineyards.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
Now, a glass of this, a lump of this.
And those, have you had, and if you haven't, go to Waitrose and get them, Miller's Toast, the cranberry and raisin ones I think are the best. They make cheese into a sensation. Delish. So the last one is the Croix Milias Rive-Saint Ombre, which is a Vanity Naturel and is £7.94 from Tesco, also available online.
Odd amount, isn't it? £7.94.
Yes.
Not an odd wine though. Look at that beautiful colour.
It is absolutely stunning. It's like Tizer.
I'm assuming amber is amber
Yes.
for the colour.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Now, there's food and wine matching, and then there's a taste sensation match, which is basically greater than the sum of its parts. Now, sweet wine and blue cheese is one of those.
Absolutely, it sings, doesn't it?
So guess what we've got this time?
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's, what's it like? It's like barley sugar. It's not raisiny particularly. Burnt sugar, caramel.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Lovely. And same, the taste is the same.
There's a slight nutty note on the palate, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, it's £7.49. It's not an extraordinary sweet wine, but with cheese. Having said that, Sandra, have a lovely piece of cheese. Oh.
So what we've got here, we've got
Black Sticks Blue, but you could just as easily choose Shropshire Blue, Stilton, you know, any of those blue cheeses. But you could also go across to France and you know, Roquefort, Gorgonzola. I wouldn't put Dolce Latte or Cambozola, something sort of sweet and oozing and blue.
Yeah,
with a sweet wine. It would be too much. Yeah, but let's have a look.
What I like about this is look at the colour match. What was I saying at the beginning of this? This and this becomes more than the sum of its parts. Yeah. You've got that. You've got the dirtiness. You've got the sweetness. You've got it all just going on together.
Yeah, but in a way, it's different from the last wine where they were going in this. You've got this comparison, this difference, like salted caramel.
Well, it's been tough.
We often have to do this, but we battle on.
So what we're saying is next time you have to do a cheese board, go that extra mile to find something maybe local, something a bit different, and put it together with the right wine.
Yeah, and don't leave your guests with the wine they've been drinking all evening. Get new glasses out and give them something sweet or white.
Yeah.
Or a light red.
Yeah. Experiment.
And tell yourself that a little birdie told you to do it.
Or maybe two.
See you next time.
See you next time.